When you think of the world's richest people, who comes to your mind? Jeff Bezos with a net worth of $204 billion, or Elon Musk with a net worth of $264 billion USD, or some other tech billionaire? Well, what if I told you there existed a man with a whopping net worth of $400 billion in Western Africa 700 years ago, the king of Mali named Mansa Musa? Fact Chronicles presents to you Mansa Musa, the richest man in history. So, let's dive in. Once upon a time in the heart of West Africa, Mali was a kingdom so rich, its king was known as the richest man in history. Mansa Musa was the king of this kingdom, though he inherited the crown from his predecessor Abu Bakr II, who had set out on a journey to investigate the Atlantic Ocean and never returned. Mansa Musa was not always a rich king. Thanks to Mali's mastery of the trans-Saharan trade routes, Mansa Musa rose to the throne in 1312, inherited a country rich in gold, ivory, and salt. Mansa Musa was a devoted Muslim who made one of his most important trips to Mecca, known as the Hin 1324 Mansa Musa, accompanied by hundreds of slaves and servants, as well as camels scurrying wealth. The road was lengthy and arduous. Overcoming mountains and deserts, Mansa Musa was resolved to accomplish his holy obligation. He stopped at cities and villages distributing gold to the underprivileged and erecting mosques and schools. Legend of his generosity, stories of his riches traveled far and wide. As Mansa Musa and his caravan crossed the Sahara were met by inquisitive bystanders and appreciative gift recipients. Once Mansa Musa returned to Mali from his trip to Mecca, his generosity was performing his religious obligation and distributing the wealth of his kingdom to people in need. He was resolved to use his riches and newly acquired knowledge to advance his kingdom by starting a number of ambitious initiatives meant to spread Islam and culture over Mali. One of Mansa Musa's most notable successes was building schools and mosques. Commissioned the construction of mosques in Timbuktu, Gao, and other towns that developed into centers of Islamic education and research. These mosques drew intellectuals from the Muslim world, including artists and writers, so illuminating Mali as a lighthouse of culture and enlightenment. Mansa Musa also founded colleges and libraries, where scholars may study Islamic law, astronomy, and other disciplines. These establishments drew students from all around, therefore improving Mali's standing as a center of knowledge and support of education. Mansa Musa also worked to extend Mali's frontiers and influence. He conducted multiple military expeditions capturing cities and territories to the north and west of Mali. These victories not only extended Mali's riches and resources, but also introduced Islam to fresh areas. Mansa Musa supported the building of hospitals where the sick might receive care free of charge. His wealth and charity were legendary. He continued to donate gold and gifts to the underprivileged throughout his realm. Mali bloomed as never before. Trade routes opened doors bringing ideas and products from all throughout Africa. The Middle East and Europe. Timbuktu became a significant trading center with its markets and cultural exchanges. Mali was ruled by Mansa Musa for 25 years, till his death in 1337. His tenure is regarded as a golden age in Mali's history, a period of plenty learning and cultural exchange. Still one of the most well-known pilgrimages in history, his influence endures in the rich cultural legacy of West Africa. But it's very important to differentiate between history and myths, because everything you hear about Mansa Musa comes from the words of Arab travelers, who might have used hyperbole to describe the king of Mali. And thus, from our perspective, this seems an exaggerated myth that needs to be verified. So, stay with us till we find out who actually was the richest person on Earth that ever existed. Thanks for watching. Fact Chronicles brings to you amazing stories daily to satisfy your need for knowledge.